Hi guys, and welcome to my video. Today I am going to be doing a dummies guide in the too long didn't watch version of what you need to do to be successful in pet battling. Now this is going to specifically work in Prepatch, okay? It will also work after Prepatch, but I would say this is a strategy that you need to do one time, round out the ranks of what you have pet wise in terms of levels, and then you can go on collecting the rare pets, the harder pets to attain, things like that. First thing that I would do is come to your capital city. I am horde only, so I can only show you actual footage from Orgrimmar. There will definitely be a vendor that sells equivalent pets on the alliance side, okay? So right here I have 2 of them already in there. I would start with 3 blue Clockwork rock bots. If you wanted to get a warbot, it's fine. They do very similar things. Alright, so let's do this. Let's get our team made. Now, the good thing about this strategy is that it moves in increments, okay? And essentially, I'll break it down very simply. We are leveling 1 to 5, okay? Regardless. I want you to at least be level 5 on all your battle pets here. Now this one's level 2 already. I used this already to do what I'm about to show you. And that one's leveled, so what am I going to do? I'm just going to start with a different one. Level 1. I would not be going through the effort of individually swapping these pets in combat to split 100 XP between 3 mobs, right? 130 XP is what I got. Do I really want to take the effort to go switch pet? No. I really don't want to do that. In these early levels, if you are afraid that your pet is going to die, like if I miss here, this pet will die, but I'm just going to RNG send it, which sometimes you have to do. You could have just swapped that pet out and then put him on someone else. Right? So it's saying I get XP. I'm only getting XP on 1 pet, right? That's how it works. We should all know this. But if you don't, XP is split between the pets that you have, depending on both the level of your pet and their pet, and also the actual attack. So if you want to swap this pet, I will show you just so you can get an idea. You have to attack first on pet 1, and then you can swap out. This will just give you an idea of what I'm saying. This takes more time than just spamming Q. It doesn't take a ton more time, but it takes 3 extra turns, right? Because you have to wait a turn after you select a new pet to set that. Now this is one that I already have, right? I already have I can see by my pet tracker add-on, which is showing me those 3 hearts. Those are showing me what type of breed they are, right? And it's telling me what levels they are, what quality. I have 1 green, 1 blue, and 1 gray beetle. And ultimately, I am just giving you like a no frills, like straight to the point idea of what we're doing here, right? So I'm not going to sit here and level up all 5 of these pets in front of you. But after this pet battle, I will cut to the next section of where we're going to be, and I'll have these pets level 5 and ready to go on my own time. Alright, and we'll see you then. Okay, and welcome back. So I have been sitting here for a little bit of time waiting for this pet to appear. And right now, that's not where we're at. If I could... There we go. I'm in Deadwind Pass. The fastest way to get here is to take your portal from your capital city and come to the dark portal. And then just fly over to Deadwind Pass right here. Now, I did level my blue robots to levels 8 and 7. So I would recommend level 7 ultimately. I did say earlier, I believe, that you could do this at level 5, and you can, but then you're going to be basically just hoping for RNG, right? And if you're speedrunning, that would make or break the run. If you're just doing this for the sake of following along, just grind out a little extra, dude. Get level 8, level 7s at least. Level 5 is fine, but this will just make the entire process easier, okay? First thing I'm going to do, sticky grenade them. That's going to go off in 3 rounds, okay? So we want to be careful that we're not applying more dots. We have to manage his health because we are going to attempt to capture this. I cannot capture this because I have 3 Arcane Eyes already, and I really don't want to drop one just to show you that, you know, how to capture it. We know you just press your strong trap after we get it low, below 35%. And you can see this is a level 8 pet, easily taking on this level 18. And even if this was a blue pet or a green pet, we would have no issue still. Not with a roster of 3 of these. They're weak against mechanicals, you could see, so I'm able to tank that pretty easily. I got him low enough. I could capture him now and I would start it. We're just going to blow him up because we already have them. Now, I would recommend, you know, if you're really struggling on the spawns and they're taking a very long time to spawn around, like I've been sitting here for maybe 10 minutes, just waiting for just one to spawn, you know, maybe just wait for 2. But I would definitely say to prioritize having at least 2, and optimally one of them is going to be a blue, okay? So when I come to look at my Arcane Eyes, this is the one that I used originally to do exactly what I'm showing you. That's why it's 22 instead of 17 like these. But if you didn't have a blue, 3 grays, 3 whites, that would be fine. 2 whites probably fine. 2 grays probably fine, right? But I'm just giving you an idea of just making it easier on yourself, because the whole point of this is to have an easier time leveling your pets after all. So from here, our next objective is, with 3 Arcane Eyes, we're going to be heading to Northrend, Wrath of the Lich King. Now, if you are like me and you have a wormhole generated because you're a max engineer, or you were maxed in 415, you know, and Wrath, go ahead, send the wormhole. I am on cooldown on mine, because just to be clear, right before I started recording this video to share this with whoever might possibly come across it, I don't know what the reach is going to have. I imagine I will have 1 view on this video. But if that's not the case and you have any questions, any concerns, any comments about what you'd like to see differently, just let me know. I've never made a video before, so I am doing my best. From there, if you don't have the wormhole, I mean, I could go down there and beg a mage for I might do that. Say you're looking for a Dal port and maybe there's a mage around that is not AFK. I'll post in trade chat as well. If not, just do it the good old-fashioned way, which is taking a Zeppelin to Borean Tundra. And truthfully, how the Alliance get there, the world may never know. I certainly will not know. And I guess from this point of the video on, I'll actually just do this with no cut, because there's a very limited amount of leveling that needs to happen now, okay? So in my opinion, the real grind is leveling 3 pets from level 5 to level 7-ish, in that range. Like you just saw, I had a pretty easy time. I did have a level 8 and a level 7 pet. I didn't even have to use 1.5 pets, right? So realistically, if you had level 5s, you could get by. You just might struggle a little bit more with the rarity if you find an Arcane Eye. that being said, what we need these Arcane Eyes for. It's a magic type. What does that mean? Oh, I guess maybe it doesn't actually. Is there where it shows you? Well, what I know is that the Arcane Eyes are very good against flying battle pets. So we are going to go find some flying battle pets in Dragonblight, which is a zone in Northrend. And essentially, as you can see here, these Dragonbone Hatchlings are what we are going to be searching for. A quick shout out to the couple add-ons that I'm using for pet battles and specifics. Pet Tracker, show me all of this information, also showing me this Rivals tab, and Battle Breed ID, which is showing me the breeds of my pets, right? Like power speed, speed balance, you know, so on and so forth. This is not a huge deal depending on what breed you have. You know, if you really want to min-max, be my guest. Guys, so I'm not a... Let me just say, I'm not a completionist. You can tell by the fact that this character is still a little... Oop. Yeah. This is a Grob baby. If you're curious about what server I play on, I do play Grobulus US, RP, PvP realm. Pretty fun. Now when you're in Northrend, you can use this pet tracker on your mini-map. If I typed in Unborn Val'kyr, well, it would show me just the locations of where these Valkyrs can spawn. And since I'm on a mission to fly over to Dragonblight, I'm heading this way anyway. I'll just see if that Val'kyr is up. Now, Grobulus is less populated than some of the other servers, but at one point it was a mega server, in my opinion. It's slowed down since then. I think a lot of people transferred off. Probably Crick at some point, probably some to Fairlina when they opened up transfers and whatnot. But ultimately, there is competition on these pets, right? Like, the two main pets, now that we're working towards our ultimate goal, well, ultimately, what do I want to do? I want to put you guys in a position where you can collect an Unborn Val'kyr, which is a very strong pet, and you can also collect Emerald Proto-Whelps. And let me just... So I didn't see the... I may have fluked past the Val'kyr, but I really wasn't paying so much attention. So yeah, we're still heading over, flying to the Wormrest Temple. Once again, if a mage answered me, I would have been on my way. It's a little bit early for Pacific server still. I think that's a component of it. Now, eventually, just to give you a quick shout, what I believe is something that's serviceable and okay to work towards. I'm going to say this comp right here, Unborn Val'kyr, Emerald Proto-Whelp, Dragonbone, that's fine. Swap this out with a critter. Swap that out with Mechano, you know, stick with the Arcane Eye. This is all fine. That was a fat finger. The main thing I would say is play what you like. You know, if you're not happy to be using a certain pet, but you know that you can push most of the content otherwise, well, go ahead and there is some flexibility. Obviously, you know the Unborn Val'kyr and the Emerald Proto-Whelp is really strong. I just happen to think the Arcane Eye and Dragonbone is one of those pets that until you fill it with a pet battle, a battle pet that comes from a raid, a rating with leashes drop, I really wouldn't be so concerned about like getting a meta third pet. Now once Creminius drops down to like 1,000 gold or maybe 2,000 gold, you know, just send it, just buy the Creminius if you don't want to farm it yourself. Overall, right now BWL is pretty easy to solo farm though. I think Veilstraz is the one that could even potentially really give you any concerns. And a majority of that can just be handled by doing a little bit of Twilight dungeons before you head in there. But that's not what this guide is about. So let's see. I equipped my 3 Arcane Eyes. And I will say, okay, I did put my level 22 first. I'm not going to swap it to lose a turn of combat. But if you came here with just 3 Arcane Eyes, you can do this fight, okay? First ability you want to press, Drain Power. Now the second ability that you want to press is going to depend on your speed personally. Now if you have higher speed, which I don't, than this Dragonbone Hatchling, then you could press Interrupting Gaze, but as I'm going to be going second, I'm going to press Focused Beam, because this is going to do more damage per round. Now I'll send the traps just so I could show you. This one is not a great battle pet. Great power. It's okay, but I won't be spending any battle stones on it. Alright. Now, the birds will never give you any issue whatsoever because they are weak to magic. Now that being said, these secondary pets, depending on what gets rolled, they could give you a little trouble, okay? Like you can see right now, he's healing, he's doing everything else, and I'm just out damaging him because I'm level 22 with a rare pet. I would still be out damaging him with a 17, it would just take more rounds than what it has. This exact comp right here, when I came here with 3 level 17 Arcane Eyes, I fought a rare Dragonbone Hatchling and 2 greens, exactly this comp, with a rare main pet that I captured, and I did this at level 17. More possible than what you think it is. And this is where you start seeing the power creep, where you're talking about, okay, well, you're going from level 7 to level 17. You skip 10 mid-levels, and then you're going from level 17 to level 20, 21, 22, depending on exactly what level of this that you catch, because this will probably go down 2 levels, right, being captured, and it's going to be a level 21. If you found a level 24, you get it at level 22, it's not bad. Now I will say, if you're doing this fight and you get 2 Arctic Hares as your backup, you might struggle a tiny bit, because they can do a lot of damage, especially if you have 2 rare hares or something. Not that you'll see 2 blues, but I'm saying like an uncommon and a rare, and the same turn kind of sucks a little bit. And I'll play it by the book, because technically we're still leveling battle pets. Before it dies, swap it out, let it get that XP. Start off with your drain power, go into your rotation. And this is just a gray level 17 pet. And the more times you press Q, the more damage it will do. Right, eventually 213 damage is not bad for 1 turn. Okay, and that's that. Now I have a Dragonbone. And what am I going to do? Well, what I believe is the most efficient thing to do, I would take one of these Arcane Eyes, and then I would grab my Dragonbone and throw him in the midst. Okay? And I would probably send him last. But by the same token, you could send him first and then swap. You know, I'll show you a strategy, how you can just do this real quick. And this will be my last pet battle for this fight, because I think at this point you kind of get the idea. Like you saw it, if you struggle and you only have level 17 grays, eventually the RNG gods will be on your side and you'll be able to do that with the pets that you come over here with. like I did the first time. Because you just hard counter those birds, and those birds are the most dangerous thing that you're fighting. Alright. And then, okay, that's actually is a white hair, but that's, you know, SS. That is going to suck to fight it. Alright, the first thing I want to do is drop Cyclone when I'm starting with the hatchling. Now, you could crit before you do Cyclone, but Cyclone lasts for 5-round cooldown. I like to get that out ASAP. Increase your crit with Hawkeye, and then you just spam Q until you're ready to press Cyclone again. And yes, I'm 2 levels higher. I am having easier time against this hatchling than I would otherwise, but the principal factors of what I'm doing here still works. And let's see here, like, I technically don't have an HH. No, I do. Level 10 HH. That's why it's saying that, because he's level 22. Sorry, I started getting messages. That is not great, but yeah, this is basic principle. And then what do you do from here? Well, you take the Dragonbone Hatchlings. You take, you know, if you just wanted to capture 2 and then work with that third Arcane Eye that you have, that's fine. That works. I personally do think that 3 Dragonbones is stronger than the Arcane Eye for the rest of the content that you're going to be looking to do with your pets. Because at this point is when I would really start tracking down these Unborn Val'kyrs. Also, going up into Sholazar and looking for those Emerald Proto-Whelps. And after that, truly, I mean, it's Mr. Pandaria waiting game if you want to get stronger battle pets. If you want to get raid pets, go ahead and farm them now. They're obviously in the game. I think they fixed the Naxxramas pets that weren't dropping. At this point, it is confirmed that they are dropping in Naxxramas. So, I mean, that's really all there is to this guide. I don't want to sit here all day and try to find this pet live. But you can see, okay, right now it's 108. If I don't find this pet, the Val'kyr at the next point here, then I will go ahead and find it on my own time, and then I will bring you guys back once I've located the Val'kyr. Now, it's only 4 p.m. on a Friday, so it is a little bit early on a weekday to find all these pets still. Well, early as in like a good thing. It's early because there's less people out looking for these pets right now, is what I'm saying. Okay, not one there. And if you're not sure how the Valkyrs work, I'm not going to go, you know, totally in depth about this, but they just spawn in each zone. Each zone of Northrend, there's typically one that will spawn, and it's seemingly on like a 2 to 8 hour cooldown. I have seen them like respawn almost immediately though, so I'm not sure if they've adjusted that from the vanilla values. I almost do want to say that they did, because earlier in the day today, I saw 8 Valkyrs in like an hour and a half. So trust me, if you just fly around looking for them, you will find them. You're not going to find them sitting in Orgrimmar AFK. Alright, and I will now cut until I get back and actually find one of these. Bye-bye. go. I finally found an unborn Val'kyr, and I was lucky enough to come across a green. Now I already do have a green balance, but it's not gonna kill me to have a backup. I feel bad for someone who might be looking for this pet right now, but by the same token, I just want everyone who might see this video to be on the same page about what you can accomplish in this amount of time. Because overall, I'll have to look at the clock again and see how much time I committed, but most of the time that I spent so far was... Oh shit, it's alright, it's gonna come back. That was not great though. I should not have done that. I just failed so hard. Oh man, it's okay. You guys get my point, right? I've been spamming Q all day just trying to level up a little bit. Yeah, but one level 24 Dragonbone is taking out this whole situation. And if I put the 22 gray in, he would also be putting in work. So I mean that's it. The Emerald Proto Whelp might give you a little bit of a harder time, but at the end of the day, absolutely doable. So go ahead and get your pets, get them leveled up, and good luck on your raid runs. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Other than that, thank you so much for watching my first video and making it to the end. I'm beyond grateful. Until next time.